Once again, we are back on Egmont Soch Talk, Train of Thought, with a series of episodes with the experts from an industry. On this Talk platform, we try and invite the expert from the industry so that we can draw meaningful learning from their life journey. And it's from diversified field people. They come and share their experience. It's from FMCG industry, from advertising industry, from finance related, from the community at large. And today on this Talk platform, we'll be talking more in terms of an insurance industry. When we talk in terms of an insurance, the reach is still low in India. Overall insurance penetration, if we'll see, premium percentage to GDP is hardly 4.2%, which provides a huge unserved market. When we talk in terms of an insurance industry in India, it's there around about 57. From that, 24 are the life insurance businesses and 34 are the non-life businesses which are there. According to IBI, the insurance industry is expected to increase at CAGR of 5.3% till 2023. According to S&P Global Market Intelligence data, India is the second largest insurance tech market in Asia Pacific, which accounts for 35% of a US dollar $3.66 billion in such tech focused venture institutes And when we talk in terms of LIC industry in the country is expected to increase by 14 to 15% for next 3 to 5 years. So today we are having an expert on our Talk Egmont Soch, Mr. Vinod Subramanian, Executive Managing Partner with Aditya Birla Capital. Sir, welcome to this platform.
Thank you, Jimaji. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for spending your time and being part of this session on insurance sector. One thing what we have seen when we talk in terms of an insurance is a huge untapped market. There's a huge potential which are there and for the benefit of the audience, we try and capture the journey of an experts who come over here. So can you share for the benefit of an audience a journey from education till the start of your career?
Okay, great. So let me be very candid here because me and Jimaji go back a very long way. So I'll just be very honest. I was not a very great student, and I did want to do better. But I come from a business background. My father was a finance guy, and there were certain situations in the family that made me consider to take up a job, else I would have been very comfortable with the position that I was in. Mm-hmm. Then after my college, I thought I should do my MBA, where incidentally for the audience, for you all to know that me and Jimaji also did a course together at long 22 years back. And that's where, I said maybe I should enhance my intellect by getting into a subject which I like, which was on the sales and marketing side. So immediately after education, I was on the lookout for something different, something new. I was not looking at getting into a pure finance based industry because I come from a finance background. My father owns an NBFC himself. And I wanted to look at some other opportunities which was coming in. At that time, 2001 was when the insurance industry was at a very nascent stage and was getting born. Right. So there were opportunities there. I thought, fine, now that there were recruitments happening, and there were very high level recruitments happening wherein they had a prerequisite of somebody having experience in work as well as having an MBA. Mm-hmm. Even to join their baseline team because they were in the build-up phase. Mm-hmm. This looked like a challenge to me. This was an unexploited market, point number one. We had only one monopoly till then, that was Life Insurance Corporation of India. Yeah. And then I started reading the market to understand who all are going to be the initial players. Mm-hmm. So when in 2001, when the whole industry started opening up, there were just ICICI, Birla, Tata, and a few more companies who had applied for license to distribute insurance in India. Mm-hmm. That time it was a compulsion that all the companies have to tie up with a foreign company to start distribution of insurance in India. So Aditya Birla tied up with Sun Life, ICICI tied up with Prudential, and so they got married and they are still existing. Before I jumped into this, I did a small research. And at that point of time, the insurance penetration with the largest conglomerate in India, that is the LIC of India, was only 1.2%. Mm-hmm. Then there was another statistic which said something called the insurable population. In 2001, any person earning more than 3,000 rupees per month was considered as insurable. In that, we were hardly 5%.
I see.
And then I figured out, my God, no wonder the entire world wants to start insurance distribution business in India. So that triggered an idea. I said, let me explore this as an opportunity. And then that's what made me consider taking this as a career.
Will tell me, like many of time we would like to be in a comfort zone, like since your dad had your business, why you never thought of taking a plunge into the business and you got into the employment factor, like?
Well, if I answer this, my father won't be very happy, but then okay, I would still go ahead and say that. Yeah, see, I was at that age when typically all the people are a little rebellious, like in my 20s, like maybe mid-20s. I joined Birla when I was 24, 25. It's been a 21-year journey now, so I'm 47 and still existing there. So obviously at that point of time, your mind is different, your thought process is different. Both the father and the son have different ideologies. The father sometimes thinks the son is not good enough to join his business, and the son thinks that business is not good enough to take the plunge. That was always there. But my father never forced me to join his business. In fact, he was always encouraging me to do what you like the best. Okay, where you think you fit in. If you think you fit into my business, you are most welcome. If you fit into some other space, you are free to go there. So we were doing very well that time. No, not that time, a little later. That time was a very strong struggle for a lot of NBFCs. But being from a background wherein everybody were into finance, I was able to get that acumen, which was more or less a part of my DNA.
Correct.
And then the interest was pretty well developed. I wanted to get into stocks, but then it was a tried and tested space, and we were going into a lot of turmoils over there also. I said, it doesn't make sense for me to get into something like that. And I spoke to my father. I said, I think I am either too young to join you, or I might not be able to handle the responsibilities of your business. And number 3, they were still old school. And his entire team of directors were ex-bankers, very senior bankers. And I myself had I would not call it inferiority complex. It was more of understanding myself that I might not really be a value addition to that business which is already set. I didn't want to go into a place where, my intellect or my acumen or my capabilities are not really being completely utilized. So it was a very professional decision that I took. Of course, my mother was in the emotional space, who will take care of your father's business. I said, there are professionals there, I think they're more capable than me. So I wanted to take a lone road, which was sometimes difficult. But I chose that as a career path.
Okay, now maybe I think when I think by being part of an MBA at that time, and you got an entry with 20,000 into Birla, so doing an after MCom and then being part of an MBA and looking at 20,000 salary, and you got into an insurance. So what was going in your mind at that time?
So initially I liked the brand first of all. I said Birla's, Tata's are brands to work with for a long term. But when I went for the interview and I figured out that the pay scale is not even 20, actually 18,000 per month. I said, okay, I was earning a little bit more than that in my father's business where I worked for a year or so. But at that time, 18,000, 20,000 was still not bad, because in 2001, it was something okay. But unfortunately, after 4 years of work experience with a marketing firm and then 1 year of experience with my father, is also a proper company, I was not expecting, this kind of money. If I was not experienced, I would say, okay, fine, shuruaat ke liye it's fine. But then what happened when I said, let us see that. So I took the plunge. I decided to go ahead, so I took the plunge.
Nice.
And then I met a few people who I still consider as my mentors in this business and veterans from the Life Insurance Corporation. I tried to understand why am I paid so low. So there was something wherein I would be managing a team, which was a good opportunity. A, at that age, and B, there was a lot to earn. So now perfectly fell into my lap as to what was my mindset. I come from a business family. So a 9 to 5 job for me was something which I'm not very keen about. I'm a little restless. I don't really figure that a 9 to 5 job would be very interesting.
Correct.
So that was one. And second was, since I've come from an entrepreneurial background, I always wanted to earn more and look at opportunities. So when we look at a fixed basic income, it remains fixed basic income and you grow as per hierarchy.
Correct.
Here, I had a fixed basic income, which would also accumulate to take me up the hierarchy. Plus, I had an opportunity to earn more. So this also, maybe was influential in me considering that amount of income at that bracket, because I was thinking not only as an employee but as an entrepreneur too. So then, of course, I was not very great in mathematics, but yes, I understand statistics. Yeah. So I figured out that when there is a combination where I can have the best of the both worlds, why not take the plunge?
Correct.
So that was my initial idea.
Now here we are carrying a story of Mr. Vinod Subramanian, who is an executive managing partner with Aditya Birla Capital. Like many a times when we talk in terms of an insurance in the industry, first thing, like many of the today's youngsters, they get scared in terms of an selling concept which are there. Because selling is not that easy. It needs a lot of an efforts which are there. Now today on this ttalk platform, we are having Mr. Vinod Subramanian. We have seen his career taking a plunge into an insurance sector with 18,000 salary. But if we'll see down the line his journey, I think if we'll see he was a star recruiter 2001 in the first year, and then secondly number one team in the premium from 2006 till date, and 2021 to 22 number one team across the insurance industry, third time in a career, and the largest asset management in the country and the high earning distribution network in the country, and the maximum number of an MDRTS, COTS and TOTs receiving an international recognition. So today I think Mr. Vinod Subramanian is at a particular top of an pyramid. It's an excellent story, and the insights of Mr. Vinod Subramanian. Surely I think on next episode we are going to catch up with further journey of his on ttalk ek Boond Soch. Till then, go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can, and do catch up with Mr. Vinod Subramanian in our next channel of ttalk ek Boond Soch. So thanks a lot for being part of this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.